Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So like I said in my Trader Joe's video, this is a kind of more of an intimate video. I've never done one like this before. And sorry, I'm trying to figure out which way to stare at right now. um, yeah, so I do have my camera on the tripod. Sorry about the lighting. I know it's not like the best in the world right now. Yeah. So like I said, this is more intimate video, kind of for anybody. I think anybody could relate that does not have that connection with their mom. Yeah, so yeah, I don't really have a connection with my mom. And I know people are like, oh, well, you should. Well, the thing is that you can't really control if that happens or not. You know, my mom thinks that we didn't have that connection because normally when you're born, you know, you pop out and then you go on your mom's chest. Even with the C-section, you know, daddy gets to hold you, and then, you know, then eventually you get to snuggle up to mommy, you know, let mommy see you while, you know, they're doing whatever down there. Well, I was born a month early, 2 months early, actually. So I was a preemie, 7 months old, and my mom thinks it's because I was not put on her chest. They pretty much took me away right away, you know, popped out, blanket, you know, situated, and that's it. She thinks that we didn't have that connection because of that. So with Mother's Day coming up, it's very rough for me. Like, we just never ever had that connection. And I think it's because of the way I was raised. My mom would call me names growing up. It was very hard, honestly, to be called, you know, fat or Jeff Jr. Okay, and that's my dad's name. For you guys don't know, that's my father's name. My father's not involved in my life. I don't see a point to. If you're gonna walk out of my life, I don't want you back in it. I tried to have a relationship with my dad. I did. I found him on Facebook, tried to have a relationship. It just doesn't work out. Honestly, it doesn't. So yeah, with Mother's Day coming up, it's very hard. And it's like what really sucks is that my mom's birthday is actually next month in June. And it's June 18th. I got a call from my sister yesterday. She's like, oh, hey, could you watch the cat and dog? You know, I'm doing a surprise beach trip for mom. And she's like, oh, I didn't invite you because I didn't think you don't like the beach. It's not that I don't like the beach. I just don't want to spend a whole weekend there. She's like, okay, you could come, you know, on Friday or Saturday. Why? Why would I want to? Why? Please explain to me why I would want to. Because we have not spoke in 2 months. And the only reason why I know it's been 2 months is because it was a week before my birthday. She got mad at me over something that I'm not going to say because I don't know what family member is watching. And she got mad about that. She didn't like it. She didn't like something. So she's like, well, we'll talk about it. We'll see. Sorry, my hair is like, I don't understand what's going on. Part of it's down, part of it's whatever. I was like, no, we won't see. There's no point. If you're gonna pick that thing over me, okay, and I'm saying thing because I don't, pretty much you're gonna pick another person over your daughter. Your daughter's 25th birthday. That's a pretty big birthday, right? Turning 25. 25. Like, you're almost 30. You're halfway to 50. You know, you're 3/4 and you'll be 100, you know. Turning 25 to me was a big deal. Like, I mean, of course I didn't go, like, you know, celebrate and stuff like that. But turning 25 is like, wow. Turning 25. And look where my life is. Because I thought when I turned 25, I would not like the way my life was, honestly. And I do. I love the way my life is. Being 25 years old, I'm getting my degree. I have a great job. I have a great boyfriend. I live in a nice apartment. I'm able to pay my bills. I don't have any debt. Like, life is just good. And years ago, I didn't think that. 3 years ago, I did not think my life was going to be like this. 3 years ago, I didn't think, I'm not gonna have a relationship with my mom. Now, backstory, we legit have never had like a really good relationship. I lived with her, and then my ex-boyfriend's stepdad backed into my car while he was leaving one day. Wasn't supposed to park there where I parked at. I didn't know that. My ex didn't tell me at the time. He was in the car when I parked in a certain place. And to come to find out that that's what happened to his mom's car also. I was like, seriously? I'm like, you couldn't tell me not to park there? I was devastated. And I'm still mad because it's still there. Whoever fixed my car, which I think was, I'm not going to say the name of it because I don't want people, like, oh, I don't want to do business with them. They fixed my car before. They fixed it, but then there's one chick who was about my size. She leaned against my car. Bam. The dent went back in. So now I can't open my passenger door all the way. Yeah, it sucks. It really does. It's annoying. But yeah, so she's like, well, you need to come home. I didn't want to come home. I didn't want to deal with her. You're sitting there yelling at me. I called you because I'm upset that somebody just hit my car. So she told me, well, if you're not going to come home, you can move out and then come get your stuff. And I did. We borrowed his truck, and I moved in with my ex. After 3 months of dating. We were only dating for 3 months. Yeah. Didn't know the guy that well. But what the heck? Why not just move in with him? And honestly, I have to say that was the worst decision of my life. I wish that my mom would have stopped me. And we tried to have a relationship after that. We tried. Moved into an apartment. Didn't really work out. We had to move back in with the stepdad. And I was like, you know what? Like, I need to move back in with my mom. I moved back in with her. I got my brother's old room because, everybody had switched rooms, which is fine. I wasn't going to make anybody leave my room. And then not even there for a week. I was in school. Everything was going good. I decided to go hang out with some friends. Everything was fine. But then my parents wanted to keep my dog. They didn't feel that I was taking good care of him. They didn't think it was good for him to live in an apartment, that he should live with them because, they have the nice backyard, the nice big backyard. And I said no. I was like, no, this is my dog. And my parents even offered to give me the amount of money that I paid for him. Okay, my dog's very expensive. He's Shiba Inu. If you don't know what that is, I'll try to post a picture right here. I'll probably forget, honestly, or I probably won't know how to. But yeah, he's a Shiba. He looks like a fox. He's very expensive. And they offered to give me the money for him. They're like, okay, we'll give you I think it was like, he was $700. No, actually not, more than that, $900. Yeah, I know, I spent a lot for my dog. But I love my dog. No, I don't want your money. What am I going to do with your money? Like, that's like giving up a child, okay? And I've had this dog for about a year. He was still kind of in the puppy stage, and you're expecting me to sell him. You're going to sit there and give me almost $1,000 because you don't feel like he has the best home. My ex didn't really help me take care of him. So, of course, there'd be pee on the floor. Of course, there'd be poop in the little cage area that he was in. Now, he was not in a cage. We had kind of one of those little things that you can, put outside where it's like a fenced-in area. And we had that in the dining room for when we were gone because he would like to run out the door when people came over. My ex did not help me take care of him at all. But that's what happened. Then had to pack my stuff up. And I literally was only there for a weekend. Then met up with my first and second ex. They then became friends. Don't ask me how. I cheated on him, and he wanted to meet my first ex. Yeah. They met and they became best friends. We ended up staying at his house that night because I didn't know if his stepdad would let me over. It was really great because his stepdad was nice to me. He would borrow money from me if he needed it sometimes. He paid me back. I have to say, for someone who didn't know me that well, he was a good man for doing that. He let me move in because when my mom said, oh, well, you can get your stuff, and I said, fine. And he's like, you can move in here. Didn't even know me. Did not know me that well. 3 months of us dating, and my ex, I'd only known that man for maybe a month, or less than a month, because my ex had moved in after he graduated high school. Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't even, let's see, my ex was 18 when he graduated. I was 19, almost 20. Yeah. I think I was 20. Yeah, 20 years old. Moving out. And I would spend the next couple of years going back and forth because I moved in with his stepdad. We then got an apartment, didn't work out. We then moved back in with his stepdad. I then moved in with my parents' house for the weekend, then moved back in with his stepdad. Then we got an apartment, ended up not working out, moved back in with his stepdad. I moved 7 times in 2 years. 2 years, 7 times. Then finally I moved in with my mom. I got tired of it, and I asked my stepdad, hey, could I have my own room back? Could I sleep in the room upstairs? Anywhere. He had turned the downstairs bedroom as a guest room, so it didn't work out. Because my sister had moved in with me with her ex-boyfriend, and the relationship between that me and my mom had at the time was totally destroyed. It was destroyed more than it already was. Because she didn't believe me. She didn't believe of how bad my sister's ex-boyfriend was. And finally, my mom messaged me and she's like, hey, I know you need a place to stay. You can move in. Your brother was going to move in that room, but he doesn't like that so-and-so, my sister's ex-boyfriend, lives here. It's like, all right, I can help with rent. I can pay my part of the bills. Mom's like, no, you worry about it. You pay what you can. She's like, because I'm the only one that's paying it. And she apologized for not believing me. And I thought, okay, because she didn't believe that my sister's ex-boyfriend was a crappy guy. He didn't clean up after himself. He quit his job after moving in with us. It was just horrible. And of course, my sister loved him so much that she couldn't see it. And when love is there, it makes it where it's so difficult to actually believe that this person can be that bad. Now, I loved my ex. I don't think I loved him as much as I loved my first ex and as much as I loved Jarrett. I love Jarrett with all my heart. I'd do anything for him. Anything. And I think that's what true love is. For this guy, no, I wouldn't take a bullet for him. I didn't want to have a kid with him, you know? And I think the only reason why I stayed with him is because I had nowhere else to go. But the relationship was not good. It was not good at all. I'll have to do a video about that because it wasn't good. Moved in with my mom. Stayed, what? I don't even know anymore. For a year. I lived with my mom for a year. Okay. Lived with her. Then met Jarrett. I don't know, 3 months later. Yeah, because I moved in September. A couple years back. Met Jarrett. Everybody loved Jarrett. Who can't love Jarrett? Jarrett's just an awesome guy, honestly. He's so sweet. He's so caring. He can be a pain in the butt sometimes, but who isn't, honestly? And he accepts me for who I am. When he found out what I did, because, hey, just quick story, because our relationship was so bad, I ended up getting really mad and hit my ex over the head with a glass. Turns out, because I had blacked out for so much, that my first ex was there, and he told me it was self-defense. He was like, you hit him over the head because he was about to choke you. I couldn't remember that. And nobody understands of how angry I was that I totally blacked out. I didn't remember what happened. I didn't know what to even tell the police. I just looked at the police and I was like, I don't know. We walked into the living room, walked in the kitchen, and then all I remember was him holding his head and me holding my hand. And us going to the hospital. It's I don't remember what happened once we stepped foot in the kitchen. And it's now I remember. And I'm still a little mad at the first guy. I mean, we are friends. We talk here and there. But I'm still mad. And I know why he didn't, because he was high at the time. He was high. He was high as a kite, honestly. So it's not like he, And we weren't on the best of terms at that time either. I'm not saying I forgive him. It still bothers me a little bit. But yeah. But after all that, Jarrett he was still okay with it. And he accepted who I was. And I'm so grateful for that. And we lived with my mom for about a year. And when that November came up 2 years ago, we decided to move out. because things were just getting rocky. My mom didn't like Jared. And I just felt like my mom didn't like any guy, honestly. My second ex, totally understand why you don't like him. My first, she thought that what I said about something, not gonna get not gonna personal with that my ex had told me to say it. I was like, no. Why would I have my ex tell me to say something, you know? And that's why she didn't like my first one. My second one, totally understand why. Because he brought out this person that I had never been before. And it's like, I think because me and my mom are so much alike. Like my sister, yes. My sister's like a spitting image. She's, you know, definitely my mom. But it's like, you know, Mother's Day's coming up. And I don't really want to spend Mother's Day with her. And honestly, I don't feel like I'm part of my family anymore. My parents are split up. I talked to my stepdad here and there. I haven't spoken to my mom in 2 months. My sister, here and there. My brother, I don't really talk to. We never really have talked. You know, he needs something, he knows I'm there. Because we had argued while they were moving, and he stopped talking to me. And that was in December. And last month, he needed me. And that is the first time that I felt like our relationship was getting stronger. Because this girl had broken up with him and broke his heart. And he wanted all of us there. And it made me feel really good. And I told my brother, you need anything, you know I'm there. Because he started going through some things. And I think me and him have bonded a little bit more because of what he went through. You know, I mean, I have depression. I'm not going to, you know, go into detail what my brother has, you know, because I don't know who's watching that knows him. But yeah, just... My sister, you know, she called me about the whole beach trip. She wants to surprise my mom on the beach trip. And she's like, oh, you can come for 1 or 2 days. We haven't talked in 2 months. Why would I do that? And she asked me to come watch the animals. And I'm like, it's the point of it. You didn't even ask me if I even wanted to come. And my mom didn't say happy birthday directly to me. My sister texted me and said, hey, happy birthday from me and mom. You can't, like, message me and wish me a happy birthday. Your firstborn child. The girl that made you a mom. You can't do that? I don't think people understand that we just don't have that type of relationship. And I'm really back and forth on when I have kids, do I want my mom involved? I really don't know. Like, Jared's mom was talking about how they're going to be moving back to Texas and how they would love for us to come. Mainly Jared, because, you know, that's their son. And I've thought about it. I have a friend who lives here. You know, I don't really talk to my sister and my brother that much. You know, I know people from, like, you know, when I worked at Kroger and stuff like that, but I don't really hang out with that many people. I work, I come home, I do schoolwork, that's it. So, yeah. I feel like his family is more of a family than mine. And it really sucks. I didn't even know my brother even got a new girlfriend. I found that out because my sister posted a picture with some random dog in it. And to come find out that was my brother's girlfriend's dog who was spending the night. I just don't really feel like that I'm part of that family anymore. Like I was telling Jared, I can't wait till we get married so I can change my last name. Because I don't really feel like that I'm an Askew anymore. That I'm an Askew / McGee family member anymore. I really don't feel that way. I don't know what's going on with anybody. Like my sister and my mom went out and spent Cinco de Mayo dinner. And the only reason I know is because of Facebook. I deleted my sister off of Facebook. I was like, I can't do this anymore. Like there is no point in trying anymore. That's how I honestly feel. And it sucks. Like, I thought having siblings would be the best thing in the world, you guys. But it's not. My sister doesn't contact me. We don't do girls' day anymore. My brother doesn't contact me. I mean, he contacted me the other day because he needed to borrow money. And I told him, sure, man. I know you went through some stuff. I'm here for you. But we don't talk. We don't talk at all. It's not like I'm saying that he used me because I know he wouldn't. But it just sucks, though, because it's like they're doing all these things and not asking me if I want to come. And it's like, you know, my mom's birthday's coming up in June. There's my sister's birthday is on Mother's Day. It's Mother's Day, too, coming up next week. My brother's birthday is in October. Who knows what the hell's going to happen with that? Then there's Thanksgiving in November. And Christmas in December. Who knows what's going to happen with all that? Who really knows? So, yeah, that's just my personal thing. I thought I'd spill that out. I mean, I know I got some detail over the BPD awareness video. If you guys want to hear more story, listen to that, man. You'll hear some intimate stuff on there too. I feel like because this is Jennifer's life, that I shouldn't just do hauls about stuff that I buy or couple cleaning videos. I feel like that sometimes I need to get on the camera and say how I feel. If I'm having a crappy day, I want to express that, because there might be somebody out there who's scrolling through YouTube and seeing a title, crappy day, and then they can relate to that. And, you know, if nobody does, nobody does. But I know there's people out there who do not have a connection with their mom. And I don't talk to my dad. I don't really feel a need to. I would love to, honestly would. I would love to have some type of connection with my father. But with him just leaving like he did, it's just difficult. It's been 12 years since he left. I mean, my parents got divorced when I was like 6, 7 years old. But meaning saying that my dad walked out, it was that we had spring break for 2 weeks. And we, you know, for a month, and we spent 2 weeks at my dad's and then dropped us off. And I mean, he spent money on us, guys. He spent some money. We ate fast food every single day. He took us out to dinner. He took us to the beach. He bought us this. He bought us that. It's as if he, like, won money and, like, wanted to make it rain on us. And it really sucked. It did. I connected with him a couple years ago after something happened, which you guys listen to my VPD video. It kind of, I think it explains in there what happened. But yeah. My boyfriend's like, well, reach out to him. My ex. And we talked for a little bit. He sent me some money. He helped me out. I got to know his wife. But it just turns out that he started doing the same thing that he was doing before to his current wife. And I couldn't deal with it. It's like, there is just no point. No point. And it really sucks, because the only time that I'm happy around family is when I'm with Jared's parents. You know? They treat me like they treat Jared. Like, his mom wants to buy me things. She wants to buy Jared stuff. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, I don't ask for it, honestly. I don't need her to buy me things. It's just nice that she offers it, because it's almost like a mom saying, hey, let me buy you some new shoes. Sorry about the lighting. I know that the lighting's changing. But yeah, it's rough, you guys. I don't like it. I really don't. And I think I'm leaning more towards just, if Jared's parents move and Jared decides to move, I'm going to go with him. Even if we're not married. If we're not married and it doesn't work out, I'll move back and I'll figure out something. But yeah, just hopefully somebody out there can relate to what I'm saying. But yeah, for all the moms that are out there, I do wish you a happy early Mother's Day. I know being a mom, just watching 2 kids myself, it's hard. Like, I don't have children. I nanny for 2 little girls. And man, just, if you're a stay-at-home mom, or just a mom period, it's rough, man. It's really rough. Never realized how hard moms have it until you watch 2 kids, all, like, for 8 hours. Even at a daycare, man. Because you see how those kids throw tantrums and how they eat and things like that. And they look at you like their mom while their parents are gone. So, happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Foster moms, grandparents, you know, whatever type of mom you are. I wish you guys the best.